Gunshots at the White House Correspondents Dinner as Trump is rushed to safety. Talks end in Pakistan before they could begin, and the standoff in the Strait of Hormuz continues. There are a lot of moving pieces today, a lot of questions yet to be answered, but here's what we know so far.
I've studied assassinations, and I must tell you, the most impactful people, the people that do the most, they're the ones that they go after.
These were Trump's first words to Americans after what could be a third attempt on his life. A man opened fire inside the Washington Hilton Hotel, where the White House Correspondents' Dinner was taking place, attended by President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, their wives, and a number of key cabinet members. Trump shared this security footage on his Truth Social account, showing what appears to be the suspect charging through a security checkpoint. He then shared pictures of a man apprehended by Secret Service agents and said he was carrying a number of weapons. This was the same hotel where another president, Ronald Reagan, survived an assassination attempt in 1981. It was the third shooting incident involving Trump, following 2 attempted assassinations leading up to the 2024 presidential elections. Attorney General Jeanine Pirro was at the gala and said so far the suspect is facing 2 charges, including attacking a federal officer. Now, there's so far nothing to suggest this was related to the war on Iran, and Trump says he believes it was a lone wolf attack. But tensions are simmering in the US just over a year into Trump's second term. Polls show Trump at record low approval ratings and suggest the majority of Americans disapprove of the war, which has continued to push up the price of gas and basic commodities. Shortly before the shooting, anti-war protesters gathered outside the Hilton, calling on Trump to end the war and criticizing US media outlets for their coverage. All of this comes just hours after the US canceled a trip by its key negotiators, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, to Islamabad, after a failed attempt to organize a second round of talks with Iran. Pakistani officials tried to bring both sides together during a visit by Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, but Araghchi left, saying he's yet to see if the US is truly serious about diplomacy. He handed mediators a workable framework to end the war, which Trump called a good offer, but not good enough. Instead, the US president blamed the canceled talks on infighting within Iran's leadership and said that if they want to talk, all they have to do is call. Iran's leaders have said they won't negotiate as long as the US continues to blockade their ports in the Strait of Hormuz. US Central Command says 37 tankers have been redirected, including 19 so-called Shadow Fleet vessels sanctioned for transporting Iranian oil. On Thursday, another aircraft carrier, the USS George H.W. Bush, arrived in the Middle East. Meanwhile, Israeli forces continue to violate a truce agreement with Lebanon, bombing a number of areas in the south and exchanging fire with Hezbollah fighters. That's it from me today. Stay with us on Al Jazeera for all your updates in the war on Iran.